Hi, I'm Kayla, and the most difficult obstacle that I've ever had to overcome was definitely the loss of my best friend Kaitlyn when we were 15 years old. Kaitlyn passed away unexpectedly in her sleep due to a blood clot from lupus complications. Now, lupus is an autoimmune disease that affects many parts of your body, and it affects every lupus patient differently. It can attack your organs, and your brain functioning, and for a lot of people it leaves them fatigued and tired because your body is constantly fighting itself. And when Kaitlyn died, I didn't understand lupus myself, and the loss of her, especially being my best friend, just really rocked my world. And at 15 it was hard to understand how precious life is and how short and unexpected it can be. And coincidentally, I was diagnosed with lupus a couple years later during my freshman year of college. Now, I had random symptoms here and there over the years, but I never suspected lupus. It was just too much of a coincidence. At first I was scared, but I wanted to do something about it. When Kaitlyn died, I said that I would do something big about it someday, and that I would make a difference for everyone affected by the disease and just people in general. And I vowed that to her and to myself, that I would not let her death be in vain, and I would put up the good fight against lupus, especially after being diagnosed myself as well. So my college journey began, and I started out in ultrasound at USI in Evansville, and I just wasn't passionate about it enough, and I wasn't really sure what my passions were at that point. I was trying to find myself. I just knew I needed to go to college, and I needed to figure it all out. And so after deciding that ultrasound wasn't for me, I decided to join the teaching realm, and I started pursuing a degree in elementary education. And I enjoyed it, but it still wasn't where my passions were. So I received my associate's degree in education and decided to pursue other paths. And I came to IU with hopes of joining Kelly, but there's still something missing. So I switched over to SPIA, and it was just amazing. It was everything I had been hoping for, because SPIA degrees focus on the public and nonprofit world. And I actually became a support group facilitator for the Lupus Foundation of America, and I am the support group leader for Bloomington's lupus support group, and I'm certified to do so, and I work closely with the Indiana chapter. And I recently was picked to be the online support group facilitator for all of Indiana, not just Bloomington. So that's exciting. And I also went to work with Eli Lilly, and I helped them shape clinical trials to tell them how they can make their trials better for patients, because there's only been one drug approved for lupus patients in 60 years. And it's typically treated with anti-malarials, things that aren't even made for lupus. So more needs to be done within the lupus field to better help patients everywhere, just for quality of life, and so that no more lives should be lost, because so much more could have been done for Kaitlyn, and they didn't catch it soon enough. More needs to be done in the diagnosis process, and we need something. And I traveled to Capitol Hill a month ago to meet with our congressman about increasing funding for lupus research, and advocates from all over the United States met with their state's congressmen to achieve this goal as well. And I was the only one from Indiana that attended, and other than the national field director, and we rocked it. And thanks to all of the advocates' efforts, funding for lupus research has been increased by $5 million in different areas like the DoD, and it's fabulous. Like, I'm so blessed to be a part of making a difference within the lupus world, and I strive to be like a beacon of positivity and hope for those that are suffering or struggling. And on top of all my lupus efforts, I've really focused on improving my own health and fitness to fight the disease at the same time. I am in the gym constantly. I've really been focusing on my eating, and it's improved my energy significantly. And I'm lucky enough to where my symptoms aren't so bad that I'm suffering miserably every day. But there are people out there that I've met that just need more, and we need to fight for them. And I believe that my degree from SPIA, the School of Public and Environmental Affairs, will really help me do that. And it's given me the tools to make a difference within policy and just helping others, because that's all I want to do. That's what I'm passionate about, is helping others. And I just want to spread the message to people that there is hope. And of course, I do it all in Kaitlyn's name. Like, everything I do has been within her memory, and it's helped me discover my passions. And it's just amazing to see where your road will take you. And like, trying to get over the loss of Kaitlyn, I will never be fully over it, but I wouldn't be the person I am today if she hadn't impacted my life in the way that she did. And I really believe that we need to fight for people like her that no longer have a voice, or people that may not have the platform to have their voices heard. And I really cannot stress enough how great it is to just help people. Like, these monthly support group meetings I have to help those cope with lupus is just outstanding. I am so blessed that I am able to make a difference, and I hope that I inspire others to do the same. Thanks.